Coming up in SVG-TV News and Sports at 7 p.m. Minister of National Security St. Clair Leacock says behavioral issues in schools must be confronted head-on amid troubling trends. St. Lucia facing a water crisis at the peak of its tourism season. U.S. consumers express dismay over rising gas prices after attack on Iran. And in sports, CWI President Dr. Kishore Shala says West Indies men contingent to depart India within 48 hours. These and other stories coming up in SVG-TV News and Sports at 7 p.m.
Good evening and welcome to SVG-TV News and Sports for Tuesday, March 10th, 2026. I am Rochelle Batiste with the details. In an effort to tackle violence in schools, the Ministry of National Security earlier today held a national consultation with various stakeholders, including school leaders, at a NIS conference room. Addressing attendees, Minister of National Security St. Clair Leacock echoed the concerns raised by Assistant Commissioner of Police Trevor Bailey that St. Vincent and the Grenadines is facing troubling times with regard to school violence. He described the situation as one of the most challenging issues currently confronting the country.
Just that there are troubling patterns of behavior in our schools. And as he continued in his presentation, it was very easy to come to a recognition that he was being modest. It's more than troubling. It is indeed the challenge of the moment in St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
Leacock said the growing patterns of violence among students required urgent attention and a coordinated national response involving educators, parents, law enforcement, and the wider community. He, however, expressed optimism that it is not too late to reverse the problem of school violence.
We have to come to grips with the reality that we must find solutions for that challenge. I accept wholeheartedly the proposition by my ministerial colleague Jackson, who has the responsibility for the behaviors of the young ones in our schools. And I think this is also underscored by ECP Bailey, that all is not lost. All is not lost. We still have some time.
Law enforcement officials have expressed hope that the national consultation will generate practical solutions that can be implemented to help reduce violence in schools and create a safer learning environment for students and teachers.
Proceed with another submission, again by the ACP, that a solution to the problem requires collective responsibility. Someone said, we must own it. We must own it. We must acknowledge we have a problem. If you don't acknowledge you have a problem, you can't solve that problem. But having done so, it makes good sense to look around and to see who are the stakeholders that can bring solutions.
14 inmates at the Bilal Correctional Center graduated earlier today from a social skills course conducted in collaboration with the Adult and Continuing Education Division. The program forms part of ongoing efforts to promote rehabilitation and personal development among incarcerated individuals. Senior Prison Officer Agathe Clark explained that the course is designed to foster rehabilitation and encourage positive transformation among inmates by equipping them with essential life and interpersonal skills.
The skills program facilitated through the Adult and Continuing Education Division of the Ministry of Education has provided inmates with valuable tools for personal growth. The areas covered in this program include conflict resolution anger management, communication and decision makings are essential life skills. These are skills that help individuals better understand themselves, manage their emotions, and respond to challenges in constructive ways.
Clark also reiterated a long-standing Kingston prison motto, "Don't waste time while doing time." He noted that the initiative clearly reflects this message as the inmates were presented with an opportunity for growth during their incarceration and choose to make the most of it.
While confinement restricts freedom, it does not have to restrict personal development. Time spent in custody can also be time invested in self-improvement, learning, and preparation for a better future. Today's ceremony is a clear example of that principle in action. Each of you who have completed this program has demonstrated that you are willing to grow, to learn, and to prepare yourself for a different path.
The senior prison officer commended the participants for their dedication and willingness to engage in the program, adding that their commitment demonstrates a desire to improve themselves and pursue a more positive path upon their release. And social skills instructor Susanna Archibald has described the completion of the social skills development course at the Bilal Correctional Center as an important milestone for the participating inmates. Delivering a program review at the conclusion of the course, Archibald noted that the initiative marks the beginning of a new chapter for many of the inmates. She explained that the skills gained during the program are intended to help facilitate a smoother transition into life after incarceration and improve participants' ability to interact positively with others.
This graduation ceremony marks a successful completion of a program that was designed to support personal growth and positive social development among the inmates. The main focus was on helping individuals to better themselves, their communities, and in time, their role in society. Throughout the course of this program, participants engage in lessons and discussions about social responsibility, communication, decision-making, conflict resolution, and the importance of positive relationships.
Archibald further acknowledged the challenges of completing such a program while being incarcerated. However, she commended the participants for their perseverance, noting that successfully completed the course demonstrates discipline, commitment, and determination.
They have taken meaningful steps towards personal improvement and rehabilitation. Today's graduates have shown commitment, discipline, and dedication and determination. Completing this program while facing the challenges of incarceration is not easy. Their dedication demonstrates a willingness to learn, to grow, and to prepare for a more positive future. This ceremony is not about just giving us certificates, right? It represents progress, effort, and a possibility of change.
She also expressed hope that the knowledge and skills gained during the program will serve as a foundation for positive change, enabling the participants to make better decisions and contribute meaningfully to their families and communities upon release. The local news will continue in a moment. Stay with us.
Welcome to Sister.
Welcome to the upgraded C-Star Limited,
where we offer to almost all your household items.
They've expanded their range to sofas, dining and patio sets, beds and mattresses, wardrobes, kitchen cabinets, office furniture. That's just a few from the luxurious collection. Not forgetting their signature quality windows, doors, rails and bathroom enclosures. Journey on up to Sea Star, where their friendly sales clerk is happy to assist. Sea Star Limited, where quality meets style.
A funeral service should be one that you can be proud of, one that leaves lasting memories of your loved ones. And that's where you need the New Haven Funeral Home. We are proud of the quality and class we have brought to the industry. We are proud for having trained the very first certified embalmers in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. We are proud of leading the way in terms of live streaming of funerals online so that your family members overseas could also be part of the celebration of life. We are constantly improving our services. We are driven by customer satisfaction and we are proud of all that we do.
New Haven Funeral Home.
Introducing 2 new Instacash games. Yes, 2 more chances to win more money instantly from the National Lotteries Authority. Get the new $2 game, Win It All, where you can win up to $2,500. And there's Stack or Cash for $3 with a top prize of $5,000. Win It All and Stack or Cash, new Instacash games loaded with lots of prizes. Available at all Lotto agents. Instacash, so easy to play, and you can win instantly.
Listen, the big hardware stores have been ripping off Vincentians for years with their high prices. They came General Hardware with the lowest prices ever in SVG. Now, the big guys are scrambling to drop their prices, but they still can't beat the General. So don't let them fool you. General Hardware still has the best prices on lumber, plywood, and steel. And even with a sale, the General beats that too. So go on, compare prices. Then come to General Hardware and save dollars every day. Because nobody beats the General. Nobody. General Hardware Supplies, located next to Yvette's Pork City in Arnesville. Call 453-9000.
Welcome back. In more local news now, we hear that a hospitality apprenticeship pilot program was launched yesterday at the Grenadines House. The program is being facilitated through the Ministry of Education in collaboration with the Ministry of Tourism and the St. Vincent and the Grenadines Hotel and Tourism Association. Senior Education Officer with responsibility for TVET, Paulette Primus-Hanaway, noted that the apprenticeship program represents an important milestone made possible through a strong partnership among the Ministry of Education, the Ministry of Tourism, and the SVG Hotel and Tourism Association. She said the initiative reflects a shared national commitment to bridging education and industry, empowering young people, and strengthening the future of the country's hospitality and tourism sector. Pointing out that the apprenticeship is not new to Vincentian society, Primus-Hanaway said it has long been a backbone of the economy. She added that in today's rapidly evolving workforce, the relationship between industry and technical and vocational education and training, TVET, has never been more critical.
Tourism continues to grow and diversify in our country. The hospitality and the construction industries are evolving to meet new standards of service. This transformation requires a new generation of professionals who are well-trained, innovative, and ready to deliver excellent service. Today's launch focuses on about 88 trainees in the hospitality programs, drawn from over 30 communities across the 5 technical institutes. Additionally, trainees in the general construction program will be absorbed by JW Construction Company at a later date.
Primus-Hanaway explained that over the years, technical and vocational education has focused largely on building skills in classroom and workshop environments. While internships at the end of training were encouraged, they were not mandatory. She noted that while this arrangement worked for some, the most effective training occurs when learning is combined with real workplace experience, something the Hospitality Apprenticeship Pilot Program seeks to accomplish.
this initiative, apprentices will participate in a dual training model. Each week, they will spend 3 days at their technical institutes, strengthening their theoretical and practical knowledge, and 2 days within the hotels and hospitality establishments, working alongside experienced professionals and gaining valuable hands-on exposure. This means that what is taught in the classroom can immediately be reinforced in the workplace. Skills learned at the Institute will come alive in real settings in areas such as food preparation, food and beverage service, housekeeping, general office administration, cake baking and decorating, and general construction.
The senior education officer said that throughout the program, instructors will maintain close contact with the participating establishments through regular monitoring to ensure that apprentices receive the support, guidance, and exposure necessary for their development. Primus Hanoi said the arrangement will mirror how the hospitality industry operates, with participants expected to work shifts. She added that the program is designed not only to build skills, but also to develop character, discipline, and professionalism. Participation in the program is not automatic. Participants were carefully selected based on their commitment to training and their demonstrated potential, with the expectation that they will represent their institutions with pride. At the end of the program in June of this year, participants will receive a certificate of participation separate from their NVQ or CVQ certification. In other local news now, we hear that Dr. Richard Byron Cox has been named Author of the Year for his book, The Story of Pauline Bramble, Book 1, Spring Blossoms and Young Thorns. The announcement was made as the National Literary and Performing Arts Festival 2026 opened yesterday at the UWI Global Campus. Expressing gratitude to his supporters, Dr. Byron Cox said he plans to host a symposium later this month to discuss his work and publish books.
The role of my works and importance of my works to the history of St. Vincent, the politics of St. Vincent, literature, feminism, and religion. And the team would include former Ambassador, Her Excellency Mrs. Bowman, will include Dr. Reynold Murray, who is a natural scientist and a pastor.
Meanwhile, Poet of the Year is Cecil Blazer Williams for his piece titled Riverstone Prayer. The National Literary and Performing Arts Festival 2026 was organized by the Vincentian Association of Artists, Writers and Producers, Inc. in collaboration with the UWI Global Campus. Consumers are entitled to a number of fundamental rights. However, these rights are accompanied by responsibilities for which all consumers must be held accountable. This was highlighted today by Director of Consumer Affairs Clarence Harry, who appeared on NBC Radio's Talk Your Talk program to discuss activities being held this year to commemorate World Consumer Rights Day, observed annually on March 15th.
Responsibilities are: one, responsibility to be aware, to think critically, to speak out, to complain, and to be ethical at all times. So you must be responsible, not careless and wild, but you must be within a context and a framework. You must be ethical in your actions. Similarly, consumers and suppliers. So we want a balance on both sides of the spectrum.
All right. Harry noted that the theme for World Consumer Rights Day 2026 is Safe Products, Confident Consumers. He explained that the theme highlights the importance of product safety, noting that insufficient product safety undermines fundamental human rights and places consumers at risk.
As you know, a lot of products are on the marketplace everywhere, not only here, where the instructions, the ingredients are not in English. Hence, we consume them, knowing and trusting that what we are consuming are safe. Hence, the idea was to highlight that we need as consumers to be aware and be cognizant of what we are consuming. So the theme was to bring awareness and awake the minds of our consumers that we need to be a bit more vigilant as we consume what we put in our bodies.
The week of activities leading up to the commemoration of World Consumer Rights Day began with a church service on Monday at the Kingston Seventh-day Adventist Church. Other activities for the week include visit to various business places in Kingston tomorrow by members of the Consumer Affairs Division and the Bureau of Standards, a town hall meeting in Beckway on Thursday at 6 p.m. at the Wesleyan Holiness Church, and another visit to businesses in Beckway on Friday. On World Consumer Rights Day, Sunday, March 15th, there will be an address by the Minister responsible for Consumer Affairs, Dwight Fitzgerald Bramble. The activities will culminate on Monday, March 16, 2026, with a march around Kingston beginning at 9:30 a.m. And that brings us to the end of our local news from the region. When we return, stay with us.
The Ever-Ready Funeral Home at French's is your friend in times of grief. With over 40 years' experience, they are prepared to take care of all your funeral arrangements. Embalming, lowering device service, grave mattresses, carpeting, vaults, tombs, and wreaths. Arrangements